My stepfather used to tell me I couldn't have ice cream because I was too ugly.
Yeah, well, now you have your own frozen yogurt machine, so fuck him. It's a terrible thing to be a little girl who never gets told she's pretty. It's something you never get over. I wanted to do something for her, to show her I sympathized. And that's an interesting thing about this play. Like, there's no way to really retain anything. So when things are weird, or if something is wrong, or something is good, or anything that's new or different in what I'm doing, sometimes I forget that it happened by the time I'm done with the show. And it isn't until the next show, when I get to it, that I thought, oh yeah, what happened here? What is this? And sometimes it takes a few performances to either get something that was good, great, or get something that was wrong, fixed, which is interesting. And if there was another person, like we could talk about that.
And work it out.
They might remember, I might remember, or it's not just being the only person, it's being on stage without a break. If I had a break, if I had a moment to go off stage, or even a moment to sit and think, then I might be able to retain some stuff, but there's no break.
Well, it's really amazing. Like I was watching you, thinking, oh my God, just sit down a little bit, relax.
Yeah. I found choice moments to sit down, and in the play where I can really when I sit on the couch at the end, I really do sit into the couch, and I'm not doing anything. Sometimes I'll just lean forward and just give myself a nice stretch.
But I think
it's amazing what it does.
You can actually work it out with the story.
Yeah.
Because you're playing a
young
actor like yourself.
Something like that, or whatever, just to get the blood flowing if it's feeling,
And it's a physical challenge as well. Not only mention memorizing all the lines and giving different colors to the different characters, but you're there moving and doing the different postures. It's a big challenge. Yeah.
See, I'm running all over the stage, and I'm jumping, and I don't take a drink of water for the entire show. That's why I drink a lot of water before and after the show. But I don't take a drink of the water during the show. So.
Oh, I noticed that.
Yeah.
Did you read the book?
I haven't read the book cover to cover, but I have read a lot of the book. I've read most of the book by now, and there are some very, very fun parts. There are some very choice sections in the book that I love, and John, the playwright, did read the book cover to cover, and there's a lot of references that come straight from the book, and even some dialogue that's similar to what he took stuff from
the book.
Not only the book, but her interviews and other writings about her. So there's a lot of truth in what she says. He has compiled it, and he's put it together, and of course created this scenario in which these words and lines come out. But but a lot of stuff is true. A lot of the stuff comes from the truth. When she talks about John Peters knowing what to do on Sundays, that's true. She said that. So that's a lovely truth. But that's in an interview. She talked about that.
And I think even I heard when she said something about other people not caring as much when it comes to.
Sure.
We've seen it on interviews.
She's a self-proclaimed perfectionist, and that's definitely in this.
That should be a fun process to create the dialogue.
It is, yeah. It's fun, and also, when you're working with other actors, and it's in comedy, you have to rely on them for timing, and I don't have to rely on anybody else for timing. I have only myself to blame if something doesn't time right.
Did it change a lot from the beginning to what it is now?
It's shorter. We cut some stuff. That's great. Great stuff that just, for time.
Yeah.
It's 100 minutes long, so
it's a long
much
time.
Longer than that, and people need a bathroom break.
And so do you.
And so do I, yeah. But it's grown and changed. I mean, it's certainly gotten a lot. It's interesting. I sometimes wonder, when I first started, it was, I was nervous, really nervous, and maybe even terrified of doing the play, and that really fed my energy. And now I'm not. It's easier to do. I mean, it's still, I still want to do a good job, and if I mess up, I get nervous.
course.
If something goes wrong, I'm like, uh-oh, better focus. And then I got really scared and nervous. But for the most part, I'm pretty easy with it. It's not easy to do, but it's like...
You're used to it by now.
Yeah, I'm comfortable with it. And I wonder sometimes if it was better when I was scared. If that gave it a certain energy that made it better. But overall, I think the biggest change is that I'm more comfortable in it.
So we always ask performers when we interview them what their favorite karaoke or like shower song is. Since you've done musicals, I think the question is allowed.
Well, gosh, I don't like doing karaoke.
I don't like karaoke
because I'm terrible at it. And I've only done it. I can probably only count 2 times I've ever actually gotten up and done it. I've been to karaoke places, and I can only think of 2 times I ever actually got up and sang. Both times I was inebriated, quite inebriated. And one time I sang "I Got You, Babe" by Sonny and Cher.
Good choice.
Great choice, with a friend. And I think I was Sonny and he was Cher. And then another time I sang "I Am I Said" by Neil Diamond. Do you know that song?
Yeah.
It's a very dramatic song. It's so wrong for karaoke. And as soon as I started singing it, I knew it. I thought I can get up there and act this. Because
Of course.
I've been in a musical, but I'm really more of an actor. I was like, I'll get up there and act the hell out of this Neil Diamond song. It was a disaster. And
Did anyone film this?
No. I don't think so.
But it could be one of those memorable moments to have, like on camera.
But I do enjoy karaoke, and I think people who are good at it are amazing. I'm so impressed with people who can. But I can't just get up and sing a song. I have to like really rehearse it and plan it and trust the people that I'm singing with and the people who are accompanying me. It's not some easy.
It doesn't just happen.
I know, and I can't just like sing a song. And I don't really sing in the shower. Although I listen to music in the shower, I listen to the radio in the shower. So occasionally, I guess maybe I'll sing along. I listen to the oldies station.
Okay, so oldies.
Yeah.
You go with Neil Diamond, Cher and Sonny, and Elvis. That works great.
Yeah.
And since this is a show about Barbara,
yes.
What is your favorite Barbara song or moment?
Okay. Well, I am very partial to the 1994 concert she did, which was recorded. I had the album, which was recorded at Madison Square Garden in New York, and then the video I think was in Vegas. I'm familiar with both because when I was a kid, my mom had them and we watched them together, and that was really the first time I ever watched Barbara and got to know Barbara. So I know that concert quite well, and there's some really, really wonderful things on that concert. She does this great medley. The first thing that comes to mind is this great medley. That's sort of about her career, and she does "I'm Still Here," which is a great song about
Follies.
Yeah, Follies, right? And then "Everybody Says Don't," which is from Anyone Can Whistle. So it's "I'm Still Here," so she's talking about her career, and then "Everybody Says Don't" because people tell her not that she shouldn't direct, and then "Don't Wait on My Parade" from Funny Girl, and it's a really great medley, and that's when I remember watching and being like, she's so good. When I was a kid, when I was like 15. So that's probably, if I was to pick a track of Barbara, it would be that one.
Great. And what are the next 2 projects?
Well, I'm doing this for a long time. I'm doing this until mid-March, and then I have a little bit of a break, and then I'm going on tour with it to a few cities. Yeah. Chicago and LA and maybe a few other cities.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. So we look forward to seeing you playing Barbara and all the other characters more and more.
Yes, more and more.
Great. Thank you so much for taking the time to do this.
Thank you. It was my pleasure.
Thank you.
No one ever told her she was pretty. Well, maybe she wasn't. Barry, how can you say that about a little girl? That's terrible. I can say that because that little girl went on to grace the cover of every magazine in the world. That ugly little girl became a symbol for unconventional beauty for an entire era and was clothed and photographed by Cecil fucking Beaton. That little girl had well-documented well-documented love affairs with Omar Sharif, Chris Christopherson, Ryan O'Neal, Don Johnson, Liam Neeson, Richard Gere, Peter Jennings, and Andre Agassi, for God's sake. With one proud notable exception, there wasn't a single co-star who didn't drown in her crossed blue eyes. She stooped Pierre Trudeau and nearly became First Lady of Canada, and I won't even mention rumored resignations with Bill Clinton and Prince Charles. How do you know all this?